I love this topic. It comes up all the time, and people are always asked, what's the right way to lift? And they'll say, oh, bend your knees and keep your back straight. And I'm going, well, I'm not sure that's the right answer. The right answer when somebody says, what's the right way to lift? Is going, well, wait a second. What am I picking up? Where am I putting it? How much does it weigh? What are my capabilities? What help do I have? And based on how those are answered, it's going to determine what kind of lift you're going to do. Now, I like to approach it a little bit differently. This is not about what's the right way to lift. It's really what are ways to lift that are less demanding, that are safer. Because if I said to you, every single lift you ever going to do in your life could be made less demanding, on the flip side, it means it also can be made more demanding. And what I'm going to share with you are 3 very simple and basic principles that you can apply to anything that you're lifting, whether it be at work or home or wherever you are. And they're very simple and they're very basic. Now understand that you'll understand the principles that I'm going to give you. Applying them is very different. It's going to ask you to remember. Maybe going to ask you to practice. It's going to make you think about it a little bit. But I'm here to tell you right now, these principles will go a long way to reducing the demands on your body. The first principle is just called keep it close and keep the curves. All it means is everybody that's watching this is familiar with the lever arm principle. The farther something gets away from your body, the heavier it becomes. All I need to do is bring it a little bit closer, and I have now made it lighter on my body. In combination, the closer I'm able to bring it to my body, the more I'm able to keep my back in the power position, where the muscles and the ligaments and the discs are all lined up to provide me with the greatest amount of protection and ability to generate the greatest force. Watch what happens. As the load gets farther away, it's becoming heavier and my back is becoming weaker. It's actually what I like to call a double whammy. If I can bring it a little bit closer and get it a little bit tighter into my body, I've now made it lighter and my back is stronger. Now here's again the beauty of this. We're not talking about doing it right. Are there jobs where you can only maybe get a little bit closer? Maybe get your back into a little bit closer to the power position? Think about it this way. If I've got a load at arm's reach, right? My back is flattened out, the load is out here. This lift is disastrous. If I can get a little bit closer, I have taken this lift from disastrous to terrible. That's an improvement. Can I take it from terrible to poor, from poor to fair, from fair to good? Every little bit of keeping it closer and getting more of the natural curves takes it from more demanding to less demanding. The second principle is called build a bridge. So you got to use your imagination on this one. Now, what I want you to imagine is you're driving down the road, right? It's late at night. You're coming up to a bridge. There's a huge flashing sign that says the bridge may or may not be connected on the other end. I'm gonna guess you're gonna hesitate. Why? Because we all know that one-sided bridges are not safe, right? You're gonna pull over and watch what happens as this bridge comes down and there's no land for it to connect to. Well, now I want you to picture this. You're working or you're at home working in your yard or whatever, and you start to bend over to pick something up. What do you look like? You look like a one-sided bridge. There's nothing here for you to connect to, and everything is being supported by your low back. Here's what I want you to think about. Can you build the bridge? When you get up in the morning to go brush your teeth, you start to bend over the sink. What happens? People will take one hand and they'll put it down on the counter. What are they trying to do? They're trying to build a bridge. They're trying to connect it. If you need to bend over and you've got to lift something with 2 hands, then at least think about getting 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. What am I building under here? You're building a bridge. Here's the beauty of the build a bridge principle. You will always know if you're doing it or not. If you bend over and you do not feel weight on a forward arm, or you do not feel weight on a forward leg, where is it? It's on your low back. It's in the one place that's not actually designed to feel it. So whenever you go to pick something up, think about building a bridge. So we got keep it close, keep the curves. We've got build a bridge. And then the third one of my personal favorites, is feet first. And all it means is that if I want to move my body and a load in a different direction, that movement needs to start with my feet. Here's what happens. We get in a hurry. So what do? I need to move this item from where I'm standing now to over here. So how do I think to do it quickly? Like this. How much of my body can I get going in that direction if I only move my upper body? It's like maybe 20%. And it's rotating and twisting my spine. It's putting my muscles into a weaker position. I'm out of balance. There's all kinds of issues going on. If I turn my feet first, what percentage of my body can I get going in that direction? It's 100%. And then people will look at me and they'll go, well, Michael, I don't have time to pivot my feet. And I'm going, okay, so what you're telling me is that all of these years, athletes have been choosing a slower way to move, right? Somebody's playing tennis. They don't do it like this. They do it like this. Bowling, football, baseball, sprinters, everything starts down here. We're the ones that are going, no, we found the faster way to do it, right? It's not about time. It's about keeping your body in the power position. It's keeping your body in balance. It's about efficiency, and it's about safety. If you just start the movement down at your feet, just move one foot in the direction that you're going, everything changes. Now, what I just described to you, keep it close, keep the curves, build a bridge, and feet first, do not create the perfect lift. That is not what this is about. This is saying when you're going to go move something, when you're going to go pick something up, can you get a little bit closer and get your spine in more of the power position? Can you build a bridge? Is that opportunity there? And do you have an opportunity, even a little bit, to move your feet first? Every little bit that you do of that takes it from more demanding to less demanding. It makes it safer. It puts your body in a more efficient position. Want to learn more? Check out these other videos next.